to see you. Greetings.
That right, but kind of pretty much pick one of those two, and then 1 point into Werebear, 1 point into Shockwave, which is very helpful, and then Lycanthropy just for a little bit more life for your bear form. This is a final skill build for the character. But what if I want to level this character, right? I'm going to say this isn't going to be the easiest character to play through the game with, especially if you're solo, but here's kind of a great way to do it. So Poison Creeper is actually extremely strong early on, and this is where I would recommend spending your first 4 skill points or so. Then you can put a Den of Evil point there, and at level 6 you can go into Spirit Wolf. Poison Creeper can carry you through a majority of normal, to be honest. Act 1 and 2 very easily, if not a little further. At level 6, you can start getting some of the woofs, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can also get your Sage there. Then you can start getting some dire wolves when you do get down into 18. But otherwise, you can just keep bumping up your spirit wolves and just going down this path, maxing them until you get to level 18, where you can start maxing the dire wolves. From here, I would finish maxing these bad boys, and then you can start putting some points into the bear if you would like. And you can see that each one of them provides different things, so you'll want to note that, okay? So the dire wolf is going to provide extra life, the summon grizzly is going to provide extra damage, and the spirit wolves are going to provide extra attack rating and defense. So that's what each one of them provides to the other summons. Now there is a very special thing about this character that only exists for this character and no other character, and that is additional points that are soft points, meaning they come from plus skills gear, whether it's charms or gear or whatever it is, also count for the synergies. This only happens in this other tree, and every other tree, the synergies have to be hard points in those. So the more plus skills you get on this, the better it is, because you're not only buffing up the actual, whatever you're using, but you're buffing the synergies as well. Very helpful for this character. So maxing these guys out, maxing out the Oak Sage and or the Heart of the Wolverine is very beneficial. And then you can really just get this whole fun little tree going right here and have a grand old time. At this point, if you do want to max out Raven, you can. They're not going to do like a ton of damage, but they have a blinding and they're actually immortal. So something about Ravens is...
Protect your.
They will stick around and they won't die until they've got all of their hits out. So that's when they die. So you can see right now they get 28 hits before they die. That's it. Nothing can target them. They'll fly around and hit 28 times and blind monsters by doing so. So they're actually kind of nice. You can put more points into there to get more hits, and a lot of people really like to have more ravens with it. Just kind of an option. And then like we said, when you do get later on in the game, going like this is actually really, really nice. If you want to put it in Lycanthropy instead of Raven, you can. But becoming a bear and getting this point in Shockwave is going to be huge. And the reason is because with Shockwave, you can stun the world. Is this all dead up here? No, it's not. Okay, perfect. You stun everything. So literally, you just come over here. And think about this in a party. Think about this for... playing with your friends, whatever it is. you can just sit there and stun everything. Right? Everything is stunned. It's so OP. It's so good. Yeah, I don't even have my summons out. I mean, I'm just showing you guys that. Also, casual 5k HP, exactly. This is a 11.8 second stun right now, and that's just at level 18. If you want to take these points out and jam it in here, you can get an even longer stun. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how long the stun is on this character, and this is why I say this is actually pretty good to play with a party, because you turn into a bear, you run around, you stun everything, and your party's great. And then all your summons can go ahead and kill stuff. So that's how I level up with the stats, or with the skills. With the stats, you want to have enough strength for gear, enough dex for gear, enough energy for, nope, nothing in energy, everything into vitality. As you can see, I literally have 0 points anywhere else. All of my points are purely in vitality on this character, because everything is kind of self-sustaining itself right now. If I were to lose all my gear, I'd probably have to get some like charms or something to put it on, and then I could take it off and whatever, right? But you can actually wear your gear without that, so just make sure you have enough strength for gear and you're good to go. So the top build and the best build for this, the kind of damage build, is Beast Rune Word. This also gives you 3 to Werebear right there, but I mean, of course, you're already going to get the Werebear anyways for yourself. So not a big deal, but the 3 lycanthropy and stuff is nice. You get the level 9 Fanaticism aura though, and this is just really big for your character because you're going to be able to have all of your minions get Fanaticism, all of your summons, and that's just going to increase their attack speed and damage, and it's just going to be a lot nicer for that. So you're going to love that. I love Jalal's here. 2 to Druid skills. You also get the 2 to shape shifting, so that can just be a little extra bonus if you want. You could get some sort of 3 to summoning helm or something, but I think this is pretty solid right here, and it gets you res and strength and energy and a lot of bonuses that are really nice. Mara's Gate is great. 28 all res plus 2 to skills. Enigma's plus 2 to skills. You get the teleport to keep your summons with you. Spirit is plus 2 to skills. Trangs for the FCR and cold res to help teleporting. Plus 1 skills and 20 FCR. And then 2 skills right here. Treks are just a nice strength vitality. Get a little extra. You could also get like water walks for even more life or something in your bear form. And then obviously just your druid stuff right there. You can just get like a nice 20 lifer. Fill those up. And then fill up with summoning skills just to once again get more skills and boost your overall summons, damage, and synergies and everything, right? So really just looking to play up all of that stuff. If you want to shift this more towards magic finding, it's going to be a little bit slow, but you can throw on like a Shaco. That gets you magic find and still keeps the plus to skills there. You can definitely change out your like gloves for some chance guards, and that's going to be okay. You could put some war travs on, get some MF small charms, and you can honestly get up to a few hundred magic find on this character without really sacrificing a lot of the plus skills. So that's kind of a really nice addition for the character. In terms of budget items, the main thing, once again, is plus to skills. That should be the first thing you're always considering with this character is, do I get more skills? Because it's going to be, that's where all of your fighting is happening from your summons. You're doing very little, maybe just stunning some dudes. So that's going to be the main focus. So that could be something like a spirit right here would be fantastic. A suicide branch has a +1 to skill, and you get some life and res. Dark Clan Crusher has +2 to druid skills. Flesh Render has plus to skills. You know, anything that has plus to skills on it, we like it. We want to use that because we're looking for more of that stuff. In terms of armors, stealth is a great starter armor just to run around. But once again, plus to skills, plus to skills, plus to skills, plus to skills, Scolder, Spirit Shroud, Q-Hagen, Skin of the Viper Magi, anything like that. You could even make that Druid armor, what's it called? Rain? I think it's Rain, right? That has +2 to Druid skills on it. You know, and all sorts of silly things like that. But it doesn't matter because all we care about is that stat really for a majority of the stuff. Once again, we're looking at some random amulets and things. You get +2 to skills right here. You get +1 to skills right there. Telling of Beads is +1 to skills. You know it's a great amulet? 3 to summoning Druid skills. Doesn't have to have anything else on it. Just plus summoning Druid skills is super solid. In terms of rings, if you can't get SOJ or BK, you could run some Nature rings. You could run just some, you know, nice big strength, life, resistance rings. Those can be really helpful. Things like that. Belt-wise, if you can't get Arachne Mesh, maybe get this for some magic find. You could just have a big old life belt just to tank yourself up. String of Ears gives you a little more survivability. Night Smoke for some res. You know, just look for survivability and stuff if you can't get the plus skills right there. In terms of shields, Saigon Shield is great. Lidless is great. If you can't get that Spirit, right? Anything with those plus to skills is going to be really nice. If you can't get those, just make yourself like an Ancient's Pledge, get yourself some resistances, all of those things. Just kind of help yourself tank up. This is a nice, easy shield to get. Helm-wise, Lore is really good. Sazabi's is good. Peasant Crown is good. Tarnhelm is good. Jalal's is good. But honestly, any plus to skills, right? So let me go up here. Anything with plus to skills, that's shape-shifting skills, so probably don't care too much about that. But hey, look, a Spirit Keeper. All right, sure, it's got plus to skills on it. Count me in, you know. A Griffin's Eye. It's got plus to skills on it. Okay, I'll use it. Nightwings, +2 to all skills. Sounds great to me. Like literally, if you get any of these items and you don't have something better, just sure, put it on. It doesn't have to be for the intended purposes. We're just looking for plus to skills. I'm simple. If you can't get any of that stuff, or even just like summon Druid skills on a circlet or something, maybe just find something nice like a Rock Stopper. Just get a big resistance Irathas, or even just shove some resistances in a Helm. You know, those are all nice and easy. But Lore is very easy to make, so you can generally always get at least a +1 to skill from somewhere. Gloves-wise, really you can use a lot of things. I just like to get some big life, so just get some like life and hit recovery, life there if you can't get the FCR. Chances can be nice. Just get yourself some more magic find for your character. Some rare, you know, gloves with plus to strength and resistances and stuff. All those things are going to be really solid. For boots purposes, Hisaris are a nice starting boot. Sanders are a nice starting boot. Gorefoots, whatever, just to get some early, like faster run walk. Then you can try and move into some water walks. You can try and maybe find some Inferno strides. You could maybe shop some fast run walk res boots. Natalia's are super nice. And even, you know, obviously things like Alder's Advance and stuff can just be a really solid boot. Help your character out. Get that fire res, that life, all of that stuff. Just to be a little bit tanky because there's no boots with plus to skills. So don't need to worry about that too much. So that kind of covers your character. What should you do for your mercenary? Well, I love to get Fortitude. I love Endarials. And then I actually love Pride. I don't have a Pride right now, but a Pride is actually a really nice rune word. Going to give concentration, which once again will help your summons out. So they'll have your fanaticism, your mercenary's concentration, and then you can hire a might mercenary from Act 2 Nightmare. You go get the offensive mercenary, and they'll get might from that. So now they have might, they have concentration and fanaticism, and they're going to be hitting pretty hard and pretty quickly as well. If you can't get something like that, obedience is nice just to get some good damage. Insight is nice for some damage, gets you a little mana, not that it's a big deal. Tomb Reaver is nice, Bone Hew is nice. Just get some big damage sticks. Even that Reaper's Toll is a solid one for sure. Can help with physical immunes as well, with Decrepify, and just a little bit of safety. So that's not like a terrible weapon at all. I think that's a solid other one. Treachery is a great alternative. This gives IAS, Fade, Venom, really good for the mercenary. Shaft Stop is nice, Gladiator's Bane, some other things like that. Crown of Thieves is a great helm for him. life and lifesteal and fire res, lifesteal and resistances from Talrosh's helm as well. You can see kind of a common theme there. Life and damage reduction. Even, you know, Kira's get some big res and can't be frozen. Really, we're just trying to tank him up, give him damage, and give him life leech. You give him those three things, and he'll be pretty safe and be able to do a lot of stuff. So that's kind of where all of the focus should be with all of that. And that kind of covers it. Overall, like I said, this is a really fun character. You're going to generally want to run your dire woofs. I know some people will be like, what about the bear? And the bear is great, but having the 3 woofs, actually the damage is super nice because they double their damage when they consume a corpse. And so then they get really nice damage. They can run around and kind of do more damage than the bear, even though the bear is super good overall. You can get all of your little stuff up. You know, you get all your stuff. Vine, you're going to spec out of eventually. But it's kind of sad you can only have one of these 3 active at any time. It's kind of the only, like, big disappointing part about the character. But other than that, it's a fun character. Obviously, you have your spirit your CTA on swap, so you can buff your minions up, and then go into bear form. And you can see I have almost 9,000 life right now.
Snap your W. Snap your W.
On this character, and I don't even have charms. I don't even have charms here. I'm running an SOJ. I don't even have another Bull Cathos here. I don't even have, I'm not even maxed out on this stuff. You can be a very thick boy with this. And then, like I say, are you really doing all the damage? Nope, but you can stand back, stun everything, and then you can see they will kill and consume corpses. You can hear them. You can hear them consuming, and they'll have that little stuff, the little thingies. That's when they have that, they're consumed corpses, and now they do, I think it's double damage. It might be more, it might be less, but I believe it's 2 times the damage when they've consumed a corpse. And you can just chill, man. It's just great. I mean, you can go try and hit stuff if you really want to. I mean, I guess you have a beast on, so you're not, like, completely useless, you know? But, you know, mostly it's just going to be stand back, let all those guys take care of everything, and be a summoner. You know, this is what summoners do. Help out with some stuns. So, overall, actually a fun character. I don't put him in the F tier at all. I put him in a decent tier because you help out a lot. I think he's fun to play. You definitely want some plus to skills though. So getting a few of those things is going to be super helpful, super useful. And yeah, that is the Summon Druid. I hope that this is helpful. I hope it gave you some idea of the character. Maybe you're interested in playing it, maybe not. Either way, would love to hear your comments and thoughts down below. Have a great rest of your day, night, wherever it is. Mwah. Peace out, YouTube. Don't forget to like.
What can I do for you?
Greetings. Greetings.